The partition of India in 1947 stands as one of the most cataclysmic events of 20th century, marked by unprecedented violence, mass displacement, and enduring trauma. Among the myriad of experiences during this period, the gendered violence against women remains a crucial yet often underrepresented aspect. Urvashi Butalia's seminal work, The Other Side of Silence, Voices from the Partition of India, provides a critical examination of the partition through the lens of women's experiences, highlighting the brutalities inflicted on their bodies and souls. This literature review explores the scholarship surrounding gendered violence during the partition as illuminated by Butalia's work, contextualizing it within broader feminist and historiographical discourses. The partition resulted in widespread gender violence, including abductions, rapes, forced conversions, and murders. These acts were not merely collateral damage, but were often systematically perpetrated to assert communal dominance and to inflict deep psychological and cultural wounds on the opposing community. Scholars like Veena Das and Ritu Menon and Kamla Bhesan have elaborated on how women's bodies became battlegrounds for these conflicts, a theme central to Butalia's narrative. Butalia's The Other Side of Silence draws on personal testimonies and oral histories to bring forth the silenced voices of women who endured such violence. Her work is pivotal in understanding how these traumatic experiences were internalized and how they disrupted the conventional narratives of heroism and nationalism associated with the partition. Butalia's approach challenges the male-centric historiography that has traditionally marginalized women's experiences and offers a nuanced perspective on the partition's human cost. Butalia employs oral history as primary methodology, aligning with feminist epistemologies that prioritize subjective experiences and personal narratives. This approach is significant in capturing the lived realities of women who experienced the partition's brutality. As Neera Yuval Davis and Soshna Feldman argue, such methodologies are essential for recovering marginalized voices and for understanding the intersection of gender, violence, and trauma. Butalia's narrative methodology foregrounds the emotional and psychological scars left on women, which are often overshadowed by the physical violence. This aligns with the work of feminist scholars like Judith Herman and Carrie Carruth, who emphasize the importance of listening to trauma narratives to comprehend the full impact of such events. Butalia's interviews reveal how women navigated their trauma, often finding themselves in positions of silence due to societal shame and the stigma attached to sexual violence. The experiences of women during partition cannot be viewed in isolation but must be understood within the broader context of communal identities and socio-political dynamics. Butalia's work intersects with the theories of intersectionality posited by Kimberlé Crenshaw, exploring how gender, religion, and ethnicity collectively shaped the experiences of women. Butalia highlights instances where women were forced to choose between their safety and their community's honor, revealing the complex interplay between individual agency and collective identity. This perspective is echoed in the works of Jashodhara Bagchi and Shubhoranjan Dasgupta, who explored the notions of honor and its devastating implications for women's autonomy during communal conflicts. The theme of silence pervades Butalia's work, not just as a consequence of trauma but also as a form of resistance and survival. Drawing on Michael Foucault's idea about power and knowledge, Butalia illustrates how silence can be both oppressive and empowering. Women's silence about their experiences often protected them from further victimization, but also served as a powerful critique of the patriarchal structures that sought to control and define their identities. Butalia's exploration of memory, as discussed by scholars like Maurice Hogwash and Paul Connaughton, underscores the contested nature of partition narratives. By bringing women's memories to the forefront, Butalia challenges the dominant historical discourses and reveals the plurality of experiences during the partition. Urvashi Butalia's The Other Side of Silence is a landmark work that significantly contributes to our understanding of gendered brutality of the partition. By foregrounding women's voices and employing feminist methodologies, Butalia offers a crucial counter-narrative to the male-dominated historiography of partition. Her work underscores the importance of recognizing and addressing the gender dimensions of historical trauma and highlights the need for inclusive historical narratives that honor the experiences of all affected individuals. This literature review has outlined the critical scholarship on gendered violence during the partition, contextualizing Butalia's contribution within broader feminist and historiographical debates. Future research should continue to explore these themes, ensuring that the silenced voices of women are heard and acknowledged in the ongoing discourse about the partition and its legacy. This was it for today. For more such news, stay tuned with Uday India.